Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Factorio. Today you're going to have access to the map download from my map here. It's been pretty fun playing this game up to this point, but now I kind of feel like I've reached the end in some respects. You know, I've built myself a very big factory and all there's left to do now, it feels like, is explore and destroy the aliens, which is something that I'm not too interested in doing with this game. You know, I much more enjoy building the factories, and at the moment I don't feel like there's enough, how would you say, like complexity or variety to what you can do with these factories. Once you've got them set up producing materials, that's kind of it. I'm not really sure how I can explain that, but for example in Minecraft, you know, you can do something and you can go many different ways about achieving that, and with this game it doesn't quite feel like it's that far along yet. But obviously, you know, this is very early in the game and I'm sure there are going to be some interesting updates coming along in the future. So for now I'm going to be putting this world on hold, and we'll be looking at some of the updates that come out in the future, I think. I'm not sure, I don't know. Anyway, a moment ago this water was actually going low, which is something that I wanted to show you. You could visibly see that the red in this tube was sort of getting condensed down to a fine line in the middle. I was kind of curious as to why I couldn't keep the temperature up at 100, which is why I've added in these extra inserters, and I thought the reason might have been why was because of how far we've travelled away from the pump. So I was going to issue in a challenge to anyone who wanted to download this map that maybe you wanted to rebuild this system over here closer to that, and there's actually a fair bit of maintenance that needs to be done at the moment. You can see that the ore has run very low, the iron ore that is, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the way these electric mining drills are set up, they will eventually take the ore from these bits as well, that the mining drill themselves isn't over the top of. That's something I've observed, because when I lay them out like this, there's ore under the tracks and ore in between where the electric poles need to go, and then when I come back here and the whole thing's empty, all of that's gone, and it's because I think it takes like an average from the area around it. So if you want to download and play this map, one of the first things you'll need to do is help sort out the power problem. This does seem to have made a difference, but I'm not 100% sure because I think it's daytime at the moment, so we're getting solar power as well. But yeah, so basically there's a shortage of iron ore, so that's going to bring the system to its knees, so that needs to be addressed. But coal and copper seem good for the moment, which is okay. And yeah, so there'll be a download link in the description box to play. I'm not sure what else to say. Over here in this chest there is a whole bunch of supplies, and then if you go to the left back in that direction, that takes you to the old base, where again there's loads more supplies all over the place. In fact, there's a whole bunch of chests at the end of some tracks, and there we go, some more. Oh, rocket defense. Oh, it required rocket shooting speed 5. Huh. So after all of that, there was one more thing that we needed to check out. It looks like it's going to take up a lot of alien potions though, and I'm not really in the mood to go around hunting for them. Let's hop in the car, spacebar, that's the way we do that. And driving at night is never a good idea in a car, because I'm going to drive right into my base, aren't I? Let's hope we don't. And oh yeah, the YouTube videos look awful at night, I know. Okay, there we go. And then into the base. And down here, there we go, that's good. Right, I'll hop out the car now and I'll show you where the other supply chests are. They are, that's not it, it must be, oh here they are. So most of these have copper in, I think, because the iron gets used up more. So there's plenty of iron and copper there if you need it. And there you go, these ones have got all copper in, it seems. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know. It'd probably be a good idea to disconnect most of this base now that I think about it. If I were to just separate this from the other one, all the power problems would probably go away. But anyway, what are we going to do this episode then if we're not going to be playing on this map? Well, we are going to be checking out some other maps that the creator of Factorio sent me. He sent me them a long time ago to check out, and I thought that I would just like to play the game and then maybe later on I'd have a look at those, which is now. So I'm going to load those maps up and we'll take a look. Okay, here we are in the first map. We have 3 to look through, and this one is called Small Factory, so It's probably not going to be anything too impressive here, but we can see what's going on. We've got a production line for iron plates over this side, and then one for copper down here. So this does look like a very basic setup. See, there's some copper being mined all the way off in the distance over that side. And we've got a potion set up. Red potions being made over here, and then a couple of green ones being made as well. And we've got a bit of a spaghetti junction in the middle here as well. This is cool. I like this. So you can see the iron is going on one side, and then the iron clogs should go to the other side, except they're being bypassed to go over here and make those. So what do these make? Oh, they make the transport belts. Interesting. Yeah, it's a nice little setup this, but it's very very basic. I imagine this is probably one of the first maps. I think these were made by the creator. And all the way over here we have energy, which is coming from these steam engines. And I think that's probably all there is to see, so we should hop over and have a look at some of the bigger areas. Now this looks crazy. Straight away I'm just thinking, what on earth is going on here? So we have a production line for iron here, and it's sort of been doubled up by the looks of it over there as well. Yeah, you can see here this is coming in, and that's pretty interesting, putting it onto two lines like that with a fast inserter. And they've gone for the all backed up approach as well, which is cool. So two lots of iron are being produced, and they both end up going to the same place. And then over here this is steel, so it takes some of the iron and makes steel. That's cool. And then that goes up here alongside it, and then some of it gets sent off to make iron cogs like that. And then again, yeah, this looks familiar. This is quite like the one on the last map. These are getting made into yeah, transport belts. And then, sorry, it's a little difficult to sort of analyse everything that's going on. This is actually, is this the same map? Because I think it is, you know, like it's further along. It seems it, because this is kind of similar layout. It's just like there's an extra assembling machine here, then there's 4 for the green one and 3 for red where there was 2 before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the same one. So let's have a look at what's going on here. We've got loads of logistics robots going all over the place, and they're all coming from, well, it looks like they're coming from 2 places actually. Oh, that's interesting. So they've got like a master chest with all the different things in, and it takes it all over the place. And what are they making? Flamethrower ammo. That's interesting. I wasn't expecting to see that. Okay. We got any in here? No, that's not the right chest, is it? So this is a requested chest. It's asking for cogs and iron plates, and it's taking them from the other side. So let's go and see where they're going. It's hard to see where they're getting it from. They're just going all over the place here. Okay, there's some more of these ones in the middle. Oh wow, that's where they're coming from. Okay, so it looks like they take the overflow from the production here and then put it into these chests, and then the logistics robots can come and get them. That's a pretty good idea. That's something we could implement in our map. I say it's ours now because I've given away the download. You could put
research complete.
Oh, and some research has been done. I'll just click on whatever for now. You could take chests like this and have them in the middle where we have our like lines going across with all the different materials on. You could make a little transfer station where they pass them through these chests. So you could have some fast repeaters on this side, and then maybe some smart inserters. I think you can tell them to leave a particular amount of the item in the chest, and then that way you've sort of got a little buffer in the middle of your line, but also that means your logistics robots can come and take some of those ingredients. That's an interesting way of doing it right there. It's kind of giving me the itch to check that out again now. Maybe there will be another episode, I don't know. So this is the advanced potion up the top here, the blue one. Yeah, and then that goes back around this side alongside the green and red ones. Very cool. And there are a lot more labs. What is this producing? Oh, that's just making... Oh, they're copper plates on that side. I see, okay. And then over here there's just probably more and more mining. going off into the distance, and another steam engine set up. More smelting down here. Yeah, it's an interesting setup. And the next one could possibly be the same map, just even further along, and that would be interesting to see, because here we're doing a lot of research. And yeah, anyway, we'll take a look at the next map. Okay, this is Big Factory 2, and you know what? I think this one's going to go over my head. This looks crazy. This is on a different map. And by the way, it's morning here. I woke up not so long ago, so I'm feeling a little frazzled, as you do in the morning. Looks like a few supplies in that chest, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to understand all of this. So where is that coal coming from? Okay, it would seem this has its own line for coal, which is a smart thing to do. So the smelting array is over here by the looks of it. And hey, there's that design. This is possibly the same map that I saw the screenshot of it from. It's a really nice design, that is. And what on earth is going on up here? So the coal comes in through the middle. It looks like all three things go in on the same track. That's interesting. So coal comes in from one side, and copper ore and iron from the other. They go around here and then they get sorted. So this one takes... Oh, do you know what we can do? We can just press Alt. So coal on the left, iron on the right. Then copper comes down to the bottom and goes up the other side. Oh, you can actually see there's quite a similar amount of these now, and then they take them out of the chest. So there's a huge supply of different materials in the chest. That's really cool way of doing it, actually. I like that. And then whenever you have a shortage, I guess, not a shortage, sorry, whenever you're having a slow moment where your factories aren't producing much, and you know what, this will go well into our system, I think, because when your factories aren't producing much, you can continue gathering all of the materials, and then if you want to go set up more factory mining drills and all that sort of stuff, you know you've got plenty in reserve, so you can keep your factory going. That is a very smart setup. So what have they done over here? Iron cogs get produced straight away. Actually, this looks like a... or maybe not. I spoke too soon. Okay, I think this isn't being used anymore. It just... That one takes iron plates in from the side and then puts cogs back on there, but on the other side of the track. Oh, that's very cool. So straight away you could have your iron plates and cogs on one track together just by putting these on the other side. I think there was just a few inserters missing up the top was all. So then what's this doing over here? Because the... Oh no, they do point that way. So where are those iron cogs going? I swear they're getting taken somewhere along the line. Or is it over here? Oh, there you go. You've got a transport belt maker at the end there. And so they go into that chest. And then I assume when they go over 100, they get taken away somewhere. Very interesting. Okay, so what is all of this going on down here? Okay, that's our steel production. And look at this, they're putting everything on the same track. Loads of different items going through there. That's a really strange way of doing it. I wouldn't have thought of doing that, but then I guess you can use all the inserters and it looks like they come down here. Interesting. I can press Alt and make that a lot easier. There we go. So it's like they've decided to put everything on one track going around in a circle so they can use more logistic robots. This is really cool. Really interesting way of doing it. Yeah, definitely getting some ideas now that I've seen this to to change my own setup. So they're all going up there. We should probably go up there and have a look. I think we've got the most of this area down, although we have our red potions on this side. So where are these coming from? These copper wires and iron clogs. That's what I want to know. The iron clogs are being made right here, and the copper plates come from... Okay, so they come from that track where they just put everything on. Okay, very cool. Looks like it's the same thing for these ones as well. Very interesting setup. And yeah, so they go down there, and then the blue and purple actually come from a different direction. I think I'm starting to see it already. Down here looks like blue production somewhere. Yeah, there you go. So the other end of that, I'm not sure where it is, but that's how they bring it in with a logistics robot. And this could be it right here, possibly. No. Yeah, this is a little strange. I'm not sure what's going on down here. Oh, this looks like the inserter part, where they make all the different inserters. There you go. Oh, so they've done it like one machine to the next. That's an interesting way of doing it. So you can supply it with those two materials, and then it should be able to produce all of them. Makes the iron clogs, put them into there so you can make the inserter. And then, yeah, you can make the next one each time. Oh, that's a really interesting way of doing it. I didn't think of that. I like that. That's cool. And supposedly you could just continue expanding on that as you go along. If you send that track there off in that direction, then you can keep adding assembling machines in that order. Very nice. And it means you just produce one each time for the final product. I really like that. That's very cool. I didn't see that when looking at all the crafting recipes. I went, oh, you know what, I don't think there's any clever way of doing this, and I'll just make bulk loads of each one. But it turns out, there you go, there is a good way of doing it. So these two chests are very popular, and they are just transporting extra copper ore and stuff to these chests over here. You can see that one there. That's interesting. And then above here, I don't think there's actually going to be much else, is there? Just some places where the mining's been done before. There's also... Oh no, that was a graphical glitch. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a yellow line there when you zoom out. Oh, it's the... yeah, it's the wire. Anyway, I think that's about everything there is to see on this map, but I really like the way they've made the smart inserters there. I wish I'd have thought of that. That would have been a much better system for what we have in our world. Again, it's ours now. You have the map download. It's kind of always been ours, you know. It's the LP world, is what I'm saying. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all there is to see. Interesting setup here. Going around in the circle, that's a pretty cool way of doing it. But yeah, so that might be it for me. I don't know if I'm going to be playing this game much anymore. Definitely will do again in the future when they add more features, so I might do some videos covering what's going to change in this game and what things they add in each update. I'm not sure yet though, so you might have that to look forward to. But it'll probably be a while since till when I come back and just, you know, start playing again, because yeah, I'm looking forward to more features and stuff like that being added. But anyway, that is it for this episode, so as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.